Hey, chat. Good morning, chat. Well, good afternoon. Hope everyone are having an amazing, an amazing fucking hump day. These cucumbers are gonna be smacking all fucking. I made myself a little cucumber bowl. WRL3 cucumbers. Big W's for me. My favorite vegetable. You know what's so weird? The people that like pickles but don't like cucumbers, or vice versa. I always found that very weird. Very strange people, to be honest. But yeah, listen, today, hope y'all boys are doing good. Hope y'all boys are doing swell. Listen, today's might be a two-part streamer day. We're also just going to be doing the reactions right now, but then we will be playing a game with that boy T and that boy Shot Money. Shout out to that boy Shot Money. Shout out to that boy T. We will be playing 3-on-3 basketball. So, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're also going to be doing reactions. So, that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's hop right into that bitch. What about? These cucumbers are smacking the line. I need that. I need OD. This is my snack before the gym. So, let's hop into this bitch. Face, Trolls, Adapt, and Tara Yummy.
Good? I'm good. I just didn't know I'd get like paparazzi on the way in. Okay. Hi. I love your hair. It's my favorite color. Yeah. Looks good.
Wow, great. You got some assistance here. I mean, where were you at?
Look at Jason smile. You've never seen Jason smile like this. Tara Yummy and FaZe Adapt are together again. You're never going to see this type of smile. W, you know what I'm saying? W couple. W parasocial activity, Mr. Weenie. Mr. Weenie, I give it up to you. No crap.
His feet are pumpkins for this moment. Oh, wow. I think we're gonna.
Chat, you fuck with pumpkins?
Yeah.
Like carving them bitches?
Yeah. Let's head in. We don't really need to kick it in the front. Damn, I should roll this up, huh? That was my fault. Let me turn this back on.
You know, this is like my second time seeing his Benz. That shit is clean. I can't lie. Maybe that boy Marlon is FaZe. He has a bench too.
Come on, Jay, we got it. We'll go this way.
This is a nice crib. This is
Wait, did you have a guess, Jay?
the FaZe-a-thon crib. I know they just did something with basketball. I wonder if they're gonna do all sports, like kind of like an Olympics thing. That'd be active. That'd be fire. What a gentleman.
I heard the song. Yeah, I did.
What do you think?
I really liked that line actually.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a great line as well.
Rare good Jason moment. I liked it.
Love the Tara Yummy. Wait, why'd she say rare Jason moment? It's not rare. I have a lot of W moments.
Wait, that's what she said?
I think if I check the chat, they're staring at W's right now.
He's been W, Jason.
Did you see who did to the
They have a Cash App sponsorship? W Cash App.
He hit it up.
Actually, I'm not gonna say anyone W because until I get my fucking sponsorship too.
No, I grabbed it,
It's
bro.
because we need a wall fixation.
Why is this shit lagging?
Yeah. I like your manicure.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we look on this.
Alright, it's better now. I don't know what my shit. It's low-key been happening off stream too. Like when I try to watch like my long vids, it's been happening the same fucking way. I don't know why. It's been weird.
What are you doing there on your stream? I don't know who to listen to. Alright. Just humor him, it's fine. Okay, I'm ready.
Any song in the world.
Any song?
Any song in the world I can play. Hey, me. It's gaming stuff here.
I didn't know Ron had these badges, the piano badges. Chat, do you guys know how to play instruments? I can't lie. I want to learn how to play piano because the Huz love, like, you know what I'm saying? Imagine pulling up, hopping on the piano, playing that slow song. It's GG's. It's GG's. Guitar's for nerds. But you can literally play piano anywhere. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's a good one.
It's not too loud. No one's going to hit on a piano. You can fall asleep to a piano. This is Getaway?
That doesn't sound like this.
This is Kanye. We're out. He Loki did a thing though. Shout out to that boy fucking Ron. That boy did a thing though.
Wow.
Yes, sir. If I knew how to play the piano, it'd be literal GG's. I'm telling you, brother.
Great.
Yeah. And a motherfucking star point.
Yeah, that's great. That was great.
You know he left his certificate in my car.
What?
You get all
And he never picked it up. It's like you don't even care.
No.
It's like you don't even care.
That's not what it is.
You get all
Jason, you're gonna love this. I upgraded his room.
Oh. Yeah. No.
You're gonna love it.
Wait a minute.
You're gonna love it.
Let's take a room tour right now. I heard she bought some things, right?
It was a really old picture of me.
Oh, okay.
Every time I go to my chest starts pledging allegiance for some reason.
Good. I think everyone in this house should pledge allegiance to that flag.
Damn. Yeah, come check this one out, Jay. It's an upgrade. So the photo that I got sent in my P.O. box of the American flag is a little outdated. Tara's like, okay, we should probably upgrade it. So she had sent me.
Where's that one? Which one?
Where's the new one?
Yeah, can we see the new one? Let's see the new one real fast here, chat.
It's the back.
Yeah, can you yeah, help me out? There we go, reveal it.
Learning is my day job.
Great, right?
Oh my god, that's perfect for you. That can low-key go in the ceiling.
Yeah.
When you sleep, you can look at it.
No, curtain.
Or the door. Oh, new curtain.
Wow, I mean, you do have two of them. You know what I'm saying? Get a little Tara Yummy action on top of the fucking ceiling and then on your door. That's a W play right there. And then you have her right here. You have 3 flicks of Tara Yummy.
Door.
And low-key flirting is Adapt's day job. That brother is Mr. Riz. When that brother gets a little bit of drink in his body, it's GG's.
He's got multiple. You should put them all out.
It's great, right? It's great stuff. Yeah. She's very happy.
This is crazy.
Give me a new poster, some candy.
Wait, what's our protein?
I got fuzzy sauce.
She knows your favorite candy.
Yeah,
The sweet tart.
Skittles. Oh, sweet tarts are your favorite. Cat chat, what's the best candy, chat? Come on. The best candy. See, if I was in the store, I would really know. But I would give it to my personal favorites are the Sour Patch Kids. But they're definitely not my favorite candy. I'm trying to really think. I'm really a cookie guy though. I can't even lie. Like I would love some. I love some cookies, gang.
Great friend and very thoughtful.
You hear that, Jason? Friend.
Right?
But I do love some Lifesavers.
Yeah,
I love some gummy candy.
Yeah. Everybody can.
Everyone gets fuzzy.
How did she know your fucking favorite candy in bottle caps,
I feel like I'm living in like a fever dream right now.
Right? Yeah. How it is.
How tall is Tara? Is she like? Is she's tall? Is she shorter than Ron? That's kind of shocking.
I need to find a location
Like, what's her ethnicity?
somewhere around here.
Literally just like fucking right here, bro.
To be shorter than Ron is pretty impressive. I can't lie. And not like any shot at Ron. Shout out to Ron. But you know what I mean?
That makes the room, so anywhere you put it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason. It's a host. This
Nah, don't put it over the old flick. Put it.
I need help. I need help. Need somebody taller.
You got hands, Loki? Yeah. Alright, yeah, let's get
You
it.
get a ladder.
You guys like it. You guys like the upgrade. You like the upgrade?
I'll be honest, waking up to this every day, how does this make you feel?
Super happy, so happy, yeah. I'm just, wake up. I mean, the other day.
More enthusiasm, bro.
The other day.
Yeah, it's gonna give you a little bit of motivation in the morning.
Because I just remember. The other day I woke up and instead of seeing the flag and seeing Tara, I had seen a fucking Area 51 escaping right in my
I
face.
saw that. That was really funny.
It was terrifying. Yes, it was terrifying. But no, like, this is an upgraded version. It's the 2025 pickup. So no.
Yeah, you could honestly use it as a blanket too. This one.
What do you think the best use of it would be?
I think you should just hang it up like a normal person. That's
Just
the wrong
hang it up.
side.
You're hugging the nipples of another man.
Hold on.
Hold on, let me help you.
Want to grab that shotgun?
Adapt, POV.
Nah, having Tara Yummy blanket?
She dead ass. What are you doing?
What are you dreaming of, Dad?
So that's what it is, a blanket now. You are insane. You are fucking insane, Jason.
Put him through the table.
So is it a banner or is it a blanket? What do you think?
It's a bit.
It's a really strong tape.
Oh.
Oh, duct tape.
Go ahead. Yeah, you want to help?
Are you guys pretty good?
Go crazy.
Should I?
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's all good. There we go.
Here.
Help me out,
You want me to help?
Yeah. Well, Tara's not that tall. No offense to Tara. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Think you need somebody a little bit taller. Maybe adapt.
Oh, no, don't worry, I'll move it.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on, yeah. Let's get all hands on deck.
No!
God damn it.
Okay.
Maybe let's get some lighting here. Hold on. Maybe you find the place. Maybe you find the place of it.
Go higher.
I think you put it on the door.
Go. Just rip me off a piece of tape.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get him a tape. Yeah.
How big of a piece of tape do you need? Oh my god.
And put it up. Yeah.
I gotta do it, jump.
Yeah.
Alex, help me.
Yeah. Here we go. Hold on. Let me get up there.
Yeah, give me it.
Come on. Yeah. Let's see this. There it goes. Right there.
All right. Let's get it like 2 more up there.
Hit that corner over there.
Okay.
Can you hit that or not?
Oh,
Something just happened. Something bad just happened. Something really bad just happened.
Did he jam? Oh my days. The bed was compromised. The bed was compromised.
Yeah, it's okay. It was already broken.
It was compromised.
It's okay. It's okay. The bed it was honestly it was already broken.
you can fix it.
Damn, we didn't get to get the thing. Maybe yeah.
Was that it?
Did you know that you can call your soulmate into your life
Shut
right now?
the
Here's
fuck up.
This is the soul.
All right. I am 22 years of
Try
age.
to do the door then. Here you wanna yeah, you got it.
Might be too big for the door. It's too big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get it though. WM Shan Phase, Tara. San Juan, Puerto Rico.
What is a U.S. territory? How many permanently inhabited U.S. territories?
That's a good
I'm on
question.
vacation, so realistically, this is tough. Didn't think you would be having a pop quiz. Do you feel more of an identity as a U.S. citizen, as a Puerto Rican, or what?
As citizenship, I would say that I'm American. But when people ask me where I'm from, I do say I'm Puerto Rican. I'm from Puerto Rico.
If we become a state, right?
Yeah.
First of all, we're gonna lose our language and more about our history.
What do you think about Puerto Rico and Puerto Ricans not being able to?
This is what I want to say. Puerto Rico. We obviously know why Puerto Rico is the U.S. territory, just because it's the island that's most far out to the water. That's why like all the navals are right there, like all the military, like naval military is there. We identify as Puerto Ricans. We obviously understand that Puerto Rico gets all the Puerto Ricans can go to America. You know what I'm saying? Not to get would that even be political? I guess not, right? I think just a lot of people. Well, hold on. Let's just listen to the video before I go on my fucking rant.
The decisions made in the U.S. affect us as well, so
Yeah.
why wouldn't we be able to have a voice on that?
That's a great fucking point right there, lady.
America has 50 states.
Yep.
You should know that. But it also has territories, like these 9 uninhabited islands in the Pacific and the Caribbean.
Or these 2 uninhabited islands that are disputed, where the US and Colombia can't agree whose country they're part of. And then there are these 5 islands, which have between 50,000 and 150,000 people living on them. Or, in the case of Puerto Rico, more than 3 million. What does it mean to be a US territory? Why are these part of America and why aren't they states? By the end of this episode, you'll hopefully have the answers to those questions, an idea of whether territorial status is even fair, and maybe get some travel advice that don't require a passport.
Look at San Juan.
And this is Civics Made Easy.
Civics Made Easy.
What are U.S. territories?
Well, that.
U.S. territory is land that's part
Well, I was actually about to say what it was, but it's okay.
State or Washington, D.C. These territories are also called insular areas.
Yeah, so would that'd be
And like
states.
states, territories are subject to federal laws and the Constitution, mostly. America has 5 permanently inhabited territories, with a
Interesting.
total of 9,200 square miles and 3.6 million people between them. These are the Northern Mariana Islands, American Samoa, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Guam, and Puerto Rico.
What I don't understand, the only thing I don't like about this, right? And I always said this when I was a kid, like, especially because I'm Puerto Rican, right? For Puerto Rico to be quote unquote U.S., right? I just don't like how when the U.S. does something, it affects Puerto Rico, and then they don't want to help out Puerto Rico, such as when hurricanes arise. You know what I mean? Such as the government, giving out money to the people in Puerto Rico. That is what I don't like. I don't understand why they do that, but then they go say all U.S. citizens can move there. And they'll have like the tax write-offs if you have crypto or whatever, stocks or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Kind of trying to change the Puerto Rican history into American history of just basically pushing out all the Puerto Ricans and putting in all the Americans. You know what I mean?
In 4 of these 5 territories,
That's what I don't
the
understand.
residents are American citizens. But in American Samoa, they're U.S. nationals. They can freely travel to the U.S. mainland, but don't possess certain rights like being able to serve on a jury, hold federal office, or even own guns. The main thing separating territories from states is that their residents don't pay certain federal taxes, and partly because of that, don't get voting representation in Congress or even electoral votes for president.
Yeah.
Residents can vote.
Yeah, isn't it interesting? You could be Puerto Rican, born in Puerto Rico, but if you went to the United States, you could never run for president. Ever. That is so interesting to me.
Presidential primaries, but few of them actually do. So how did we get here? And why does one territory have more people living on it than 18 states? A history of territories. America has acquired territories beyond its continental borders thanks to various agreements, purchases, and wars. In fact, most states were previously U.S. territories, as is the case with every state added since the Civil War, including Alaska and Hawaii. And the Philippines was also a U.S. territory before becoming independent in 1946. We acquired Puerto Rico and Guam in 1898 during the Spanish-American War. We acquired American Samoa in 1899 from Germany and the UK. We bought the U.S. Virgin Islands in 1917 from Denmark for $25 million. And we got the Northern Mariana Islands from Japan in 1947. As for our uninhabited territories, well, the U.S. just took them at various points in the late 19th and early 20th centuries.
Interesting.
No one had claimed them, so we showed up and called dibs, which is pretty American.
Yeah, it is pretty
Why
American.
did we do this? Well, U.S. territories, both inhabited and uninhabited, have been maintained for a variety of reasons, like military ones. Island territories are strategic positions in the Pacific and the Caribbean. We had military bases on them during World War II and the Cold War, and we still have some of those bases. Or financial reasons. Territories have natural resources that could be and have been bought and sold.
Sugar. For anyone that doesn't know, the U.S. actually, like for every country in the Caribbean, they entered and they took out something. So in Puerto Rico, it's sugar. You might know the biggest sugar business, which I don't remember the name. It's not coming to my head. But it originated because of Puerto Rico. They obviously took all the sugar and made it come out of New York, even though it's really Puerto Rican sugar. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I found out that information. That was kind of insane.
Territories expanded America's global control, especially during a time of colonialism and imperialism across the world. Puerto Rico has more than 3.2 million people who are U.S. citizens. The island is also a commonwealth, prefers that term, as it means Congress can't revoke Puerto Rico's right to self-government. So, for more on these complex dynamics, I thought I'd ask an expert.
Eduardo Batia is the former president of Puerto Rico's Senate. He's also the former head of the Puerto Rico Federal Affairs Administration, which is the branch of the Puerto Rican government that's basically the liaison between Puerto Rico and the U.S. government. How has Puerto Rico's relationship with the United States changed since it became part of the country in 1898?
It's certainly a relationship that started as an unexpected arrival of U.S. troops in Puerto Rico in 1898, part of the war, the Spanish-American War. Puerto Ricans then for the first 15 years were trying to define that relationship. There were many economic terms which were very unfair to Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, the U.S. actually did a lot of things with Haiti as well. Puerto Rico and Haiti, to be exact. I would assume the whole Caribbean history. Obviously, anyone that knows history knows that the U.S. would come into the countries, basically kind of take over because of their military strength, and then, like for Haiti example, make you sign a contract basically saying that you give me everything for the next 15 years, especially when they got the independence from France. Obviously, Puerto Rico with the sugar, and obviously a plethora of other countries, which is kind of insane. Kind of insane works when you try to think about the ruling of American history. I mean, when you really think about the American propaganda, they never teach you this in school because why would they? You know what I'm saying? You have to do that yourself. But the wars in general, that's why I always am anti-war, because war means that you are basically saying that you're willing to fight for someone's... If you go to war, right? Let's say we go to war. You as an American citizen are going to go over there and you're fighting for somebody else. Because, God forbid, but you pass away. Now what? You pass away for somebody that told you to do something that really isn't even the truth. The real reason of going to war over there in Vietnam, the Middle East, when the Spanish-American War happened, the reason and this is another important fact too, all Spanish countries wanted to unite and create their own, basically UN, or EU, sorry, and basically they were going to have their own currency, their own type of country. So basically all the Spanish countries would have been united as one. So that means, like, if you were in Cuba, you could go to Spain, you could go to all these other countries, no problem, because it would be its own type of country. It would be its own type of nations. But the United States heard that and said that cannot happen, because you know how strong that would be if all Spanish people were together. They cannot allow that, because that takes out power out of the United States of America. I am a proud American, yes, but I do understand the laws of war, the laws of power. I understand why they want the power, because with power you get the money, and then with the money you can do anything you want, especially when you guys have like all your money in the fucking military, and no one's going to be able to do anything to you. You know what I'm saying?
Many landowners lost their lands. Those beginning years,
it's kind of ridiculous when you think about it, but
horrible insular cases.
What can you do, right?
Define the relationship as being a part of but foreign to the United States.
Especially with the history of Puerto Rico, there was a guy that wanted to change that, and they basically rigged the election to make sure that he did not get into office.
Making Puerto Ricans U.S. citizens. That, to this day, still continues to be the greatest puzzle in American history in terms of defining what does it mean to be a U.S. citizen within the context of Puerto Rico and the other U.S. territories.
Do the people of Puerto Rico consider themselves Americans first, Puerto Ricans first?
Puerto Ricans for sure.
What do you think their attitude?
I think Puerto Ricans are Puerto Ricans first. It's a nation. It's a concept of a nation, and the identity politics plays a very strong role, even if you have been in the U.S. for 30 years. Puerto Ricans are very proud of being Puerto Ricans.
Well, on the heels of that, what do you think about Puerto Rico's current status as a U.S. territory or Commonwealth versus the other options that have been discussed in terms of its status changing to an independent country, a freely associated state, or even a United States state?
Independence is one option, and it's there, and people know what an independent country is. Look at Dominican Republic, look at Jamaica or Panama. However, within the context of Puerto Rico, Puerto Ricans are more adjusted to being part of the United States.
I think it's just because of the United States citizenship, because they're accustomed to, I mean, a lot of Puerto Rican families that I know, especially because obviously being Puerto Rican myself, but when I was working, especially in New York, you're going to see a lot of Puerto Ricans because they their families over there, and it's easy travel. It's not like you have to have a visa or anything like that. You're immediately American citizen. It's expensive to live in Puerto Rico, especially if you're a citizen. And it's hard to find a little bit of work. So when you do have the opportunity to be able to go to the United States of America to work, of course you're going to take the opportunity. You'd be dumb not to. You know what I mean?
I would say very few until now.
But I will say that does not mean that they are, and I think that's where it does get a little tricky, because obviously Americans would be like, well, then why, if they think they can come here and reap the benefits of America, why can't we reap the benefits of Puerto Rico? But the difference is, it's the rich people that are coming to Puerto Rico and taking out the culture. They're trying to get rid of the culture, kill the frogs, the cookies. They're trying to change the lifestyle in Puerto Rico. So I think that's where the difference becomes. Because I think if you were an American citizen coming to Puerto Rico and you were just living there and you were doing your thing or whatever the case may be, and still attributing and now changing your ways to the culture of Puerto Rico, then I think it's different. But when you're coming into this country and then you are trying to Americanize it, in the sense of getting rid of the Puerto Rican culture, which has already been established for many years, I think that is where the problem stems from.
To be completely honest. Then comes the idea of statehood, and more than 50% of Puerto Ricans support the idea of becoming the 51st state of the union.
No, I don't think so. I've asked many Puerto Ricans and they do not support that, because then you know what I mean.
Officially, it has never been offered to Puerto Rico. So what remains is this sort of in-between relationship where Puerto Ricans are proud of being Puerto Rican and have been crafting a relationship with the United States. It's an unfinished business of American democracy. At the end of the day, people of Puerto Rico should be given that right, the right to vote. And it's not just the people of Puerto Rico. I will throw in the Virgin Islands, I will throw in Guam, I will throw in other territories that really deserve the right to participate actively.
Beautiful island. Beautiful island, man. Only if they...
Let's talk about voting representation.
This brother's living swell over there.
Federal tax, just not on income generated here on the island. In 2023, these residents paid about $5 billion in Social Security, Medicare, and other types of federal tax, about the same that Vermont paid. And
Wow.
It's true that Puerto Rico receives more money in federal benefits than it pays in federal tax, but that's also the case with 37 states. Puerto Rico also has more residents living on it than North Dakota, Alaska, Vermont, and Wyoming combined. But those states have 8 senators and 4 representatives between them, while Puerto Rico has none. Again, people born in Puerto Rico are U.S. citizens. Many of them serve in our military but can't actually choose the congresspeople or president who are sending them off to fight. That's actually the same reason that 18-year-olds fought for the right to vote in the 26th Amendment. This lack of voting representation in Congress is kind of ironic. After all, America fought a war over taxation without representation.
Yep.
So I wanted to speak to an expert who really understands this. Gabriela Buffelli is the former chief of staff for Jennifer Gonzalez Colon, Puerto Rico's current governor and former U.S. House representative. Gabriela is also the current executive director of the Puerto Rico Federal Affairs Administration, the same position Eduardo Batia once held. Puerto Rico has a member of Congress who is a resident commissioner or a non-voting delegate who cannot actually vote on laws. How can that member of Congress represent Puerto Ricans in the House without that ability to vote on legislation?
They're able to present legislation in Congress, and that's a good way to highlight some of the needs that Puerto Rico has.
So there have been many referendums held in the past several decades where Puerto Ricans have voted on whether or not to become a state, remain a territory.
And every single time it gets denied. If you think it gets denied every single time, why do you think that is? It's got to be a reason, right? I mean,
over the past several decades towards those different options.
Support for statehood has grown. There's been 4 plebiscites in the past 12 years. In each one of those 4 plebiscites, statehood has won. There is clearly a consensus that the current territorial status does not work and is unsustainable, and part of the issues that we have right now fiscally and the reason why people are leaving the island is because of those issues.
What would a fair relationship look like between the United States and Puerto Rico?
The only thing that guarantees equality is statehood. We are largely including that even 20 states, so we are bound to become a state.
If you could pass any law yourself Just you wave a wand and pass any law affecting Puerto Rico, what would that law be?
That law would be a federally binding plebiscite, where Puerto Rico gets the same opportunity as the other territories that became state to ask us the question: would you like Puerto Rico to become a state? Yes or no?
The thing is, right? From everyone that I've talked to, my personal family, to families that I've worked with while in the States, none of the Puerto Ricans said they want the United States to take over Puerto Rico, to take them and become a state of the United States. None of them has told me yes. And I think the reason is because of obvious reasons. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they don't want to be taken over and then put the United States flag over the Puerto Rican flag. And then also, you know what I'm saying, with that, are they going to actually help? If they aren't helping us without, and with being their little territory, right? And they have like their little military bases right on the island, why can't they help us when the hurricanes do arise and the things of that nature? Are they going to do that while we are the state? Because they don't even do that with states that have been states in the United States, such as New Orleans, such as these down south states that get flooded, and then they send over billions and millions of dollars to Ukraine or to Taiwan or places like that without even helping the states in the United States of America. So I think that's why a lot of citizens don't even want Puerto Rico to become a state. Facts.
What is the statehood process? Article 4, Section 3 of the Constitution gives Congress the power to make new states. If a state is being created within an existing state, or by combining two or more states or parts of states, then Congress and the affected states' legislatures must approve. But since all of our current territories are islands that don't touch other states, congressional approval is enough. But the most important question is, what do the residents think? Beginning in 1493, with Columbus's arrival, Puerto Rico underwent 405 years of Spanish rule. When America took possession of the island in 1898, American businessmen gravitated to Puerto Rico's abundance of sugar. In fact,
that's exactly what I was saying.
Sugar Refining Company, which largely built its empire off of Puerto Rico, later became Domino Sugar.
Domino Sugars is because the United States took all the sugar from Puerto Rico, which I was saying earlier, and they did the same.
Sugar Refining Company, which largely built its empire off of Puerto Rico, later became Domino Sugar.
Isn't that like insane? Like the United States came into Puerto Rico, took the sugar, and because they're a military force, when you're being so strong with power, and I mean this is when it comes to the law of power, like what are you going to do if you're Puerto Rican? Say no, and then what? Then they take it over either way. And then they take all the sugar and then they turn it into a business and then they make it profitable. And then they don't really care about the island. That's the problem. That's the problem.
And a complicated relationship with sugar is also pretty American. Puerto Rico has also been used by the U.S. as a military outpost.
Yeah.
In fact, it wasn't until 2003 that the Navy fully left the Puerto Rican island of Vieques, where it had been conducting weapons tests since 1941. And the Puerto Rican towns of Utuado and Jayuya experienced the only times the U.S. government has ever bombed its own citizens to squash a nationalist movement in 1950. 4 years later, partly in response, a group of Puerto Rican nationalists entered the visitors' balcony of the U.S. House of Representatives and began shooting at members on the floor. Nobody died, but 5 representatives were wounded. My point is that relations between the U.S. government and Puerto Rico have been rocky, as have our relations with Guam, the U.S. Virgin Islands, American Samoa, the Northern Mariana Islands, and even states like Hawaii. Unsurprisingly, colonialism, extracting resources like sugar and oil, and even rule by the U.S. military have occurred in these places at various points.
So what do you think? Should territories become countries, freely associated states, U.S. states, or should they stay territories?
I think they should stay to their own. Should stay to their own. Especially like the people over there in Hawaii as well. You know what I'm saying? I can guarantee they probably feel the same way. Like the U.S. comes in there and wants to do the same thing. I don't know. I've never asked a Samoan about it. But I bet they feel pretty interested. I mean, I remember they weren't happy. I mean, from the history books and the history that I've read, that they weren't happy that the U.S. took them over as a state. So I can guarantee they weren't happy either. Because when you have your own country, you have your own people, you have your own pride in your country, your flag, your culture. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting colonized, that is where the anger stems from.
Below with your thoughts. My name is Ben Sheehan. and I hope you learned something.
Good vid. W vid. Let's watch my Yankees.
Everybody knew that the Blue Jays were good, right? They were the 1 seed, but they have looked unstoppable through the first 2 games, and it's the face of the franchise.
Dude, what is happening with my YouTube?
But they have looked unstoppable through the first 2 games, and it's the face of the franchise.
Vladdy. Shout out to Vladdy, though.
And a home run in both games. Right now,
Aaron was performed this game. He actually did perform this game. I usually shit on him, but he actually did go crazy this game.
And that's what they're hoping tonight happens. 18 wins for Rodon this year, second only to Max Fried. He's the hardest guy in the league to get a hit against, but he's trying to slow down this hit machine off.
Dude, what the fuck is happening? Hold on, let me just switch the fucking shit. Maybe that's what. It's already on 720.
He gets more than those strikeouts required. He's going to be in for a good game because you mentioned it. Hard to strike out the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
He is going to rely on a lot of different ways to get him out. He doesn't throw a ton of strikes.
What do you think is a compy pitcher number?
Swing and miss. Good for the last.
Alright, let's start the fucking game, dude.
In 9 years, the Yankees trying to come back from the brink.
See ya. Get him out of here. We're in New York now. We're in New York City.
So much energy in the first couple innings, he ran out of gas. So that you learn from experience, and that experience is going to pay off well if he can get 6 innings or more for Aaron Boone. The lefties pay off.
Oh no. See ya.
Is taken for ball 4.
All right.
Aggressive lineup. David Schneider's one of the exceptions.
Ah, shit. Fucking Vladdy, dude.
Well, this is the matchup, right? This is all eyes on Vladimir Guerrero and what he's done.
Vladdy!
What he's done against Rodon. I mean, the numbers are glaringly in his favor. 10 out of 7.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
On his 2-0, he swings and it's a fly ball to deep center field. Grisham's going back. He's done it.
What the fuck? What the fuck is Vladdy? I understand Platino power, but holy shit, we are in the first inning. What the hell? This guy gets baseball. Oh my gosh. Fuck.
His 17th career home run at Yankee Stadium. Unbelievable, this guy. You can't leave an off-speed pitch over the plate. This off-speed pitch is exactly what he did. He sat back.
That's how we started off the game.
Off-speed center cut. That swing and that pitch is the reason why you can lift it. He's not a launched angle type guy. He's not going to lift a lot of balls in the air, but that pitch and location helps him get the ball in the air. And right
Yo, dude.
Right on strip. He has homered in all 3 games in his postseason. Well, our show, it was 4 extra base hits.
All right, well, they're sitting on a little cushion right here.
6 for 8, all extra bases so far. Swing on this guy. So 2-0 Toronto leads. Not often, John, you have a Cy Young Award winner who's available at the deadline, but this was a tricky case because he was coming off Tommy John surgery, hadn't pitched in 500 days, but they got him, and he's been pretty darn good. And up comes
Aaron Judge.
On base,
Please.
50% of the time,
Please carry us.
not have a home run. He's only driven in 2. Yeah, Judge, you'd love to have him make a bigger impact, but he can't do it himself. Nobody else around.
Good fucking hit, boy. That's what I like seeing.
Center field.
Bottom of the first. You know what I'm saying? Can't complain about that right there.
They follow it up and do something right. Here's Fenrice. Grounded to second.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I like fucking seeing, boy. We're in the fucking Bronx.
He's one of the best defensive teams in baseball, and that's one of the reasons Connor Follett is in the lineup.
Big error.
But it lets him down right here. Yeah, he did a good job blocking it with his chest. The ball took a hop, but then he couldn't locate it in time to make the throw. Watch this right there. Hits it in the chest, and then he couldn't pick it up. And once he didn't do that, and if you're looking for breaks, and you're looking for
All right, Ralph.
in the zone,
Oh, the GOAT.
this crowd to erupt. If he gets a
The GOAT, Stanton. The GOAT.
he can have the lead. Judge at second, Rice at first. 1-2 pitch.
The GOAT. Stanton is Timothy, bruv. I'm telling you. Stanton is actually cracked. Yeah, if that would have came up. Stan is my hero. Like, when I'm watching the Yankees and I see Stan come up, my heart, I feel relieved. I feel happy. I know that he's going to hit this baseball. I know it's going to go good. I know this is going to bring me happiness. When Aaron Judge comes to the plate, it's like, I hope he hits it. You know what I'm saying? I hope somehow he gets it, you know what I'm saying, into the outfield. Somehow maybe throws it over the fence, you know what I'm saying? But when Stan's up there, excellence. Every time. Every time.
And that's why I thought anything up, it would have been a 3-run homer. But see how it's down? He hits his head down. Stan with his 3rd run knocked in the last game plus.
Jazz, that boy Jazz. That boy Jazz got that drip. Bahamas, shout out to the Bahamas.
There they go. Here it comes. Chisholm lofts a fly to left field.
Moving forward, Schneider arms in the air to call it. Backs up, makes the
I'm sorry, I don't really expect that much from Jazz offensively. He's more of a defensive guy.
Homered in the 2nd game in Toronto. His 20th career postseason home run, which ties him with Derek Jeter for 5th all-time.
popped up, playing right side. Rice is under it.
Catch that, easy work. See ya. We're out of here. Let's go back.
And it's kind of that
Bottom of the 2nd, let's do it.
I was shocked when
Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it.
Well, it was a year and a half ago or 2 years ago when he was trying to pick his velocity back up.
I don't know where that bat just went.
Volpe goes down swinging. 3rd strike. He's not going to need that for a bit. For Anthony Volpe, his 9th.
Fuck the bat, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what's happening with our Yanks this year. We're not the same that we... I don't know if it's Soto. Juan Soto. Sitting out this October.
And it's back-to-back punch-outs for Bieber. Schneider and BP today. Everything he was trying to push to right center.
That was a good hit. I can't even lie. The line drives that have been happening this postseason is wild.
Schneider around first, and he will stop up at second with a leadoff double. First playoff extra base hit in Davis Schneider's career. And the last thing the Yankees...
That's his first double in his career? Or postseason career? Yeah, intentional to walk that guy. I'm not getting that guy. I'm not giving that guy not one more hit the rest of the postseason.
Schneider at second, Guerrero at first. Is this 1-1 from Rodon?
That's a pop-up. Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. Yeah. I can't anymore. I can't with these Yankees, bro. These Yankees are something else. Honestly. That was a tough play, I will say, but damn, bruv. Talk about oh my god, dude.
Incredible effort by Bellinger. He covered so much ground and just overreaches, catches the heel, and then right
Like,
here,
jeez Louise, brother.
He just keeps going, and Jazz thinks there's no way he's going home, and really never took a look, and it was too late once he got the ball in. Blue Jays lead the majors and taking extra bases. Schneider takes one, 3-1 here in the 3rd. Playing the game, you can't assume anything. It's the one time of the year that you cannot assume anything's going to go the way you think. Regular season, maybe get away with it. Well, Jazz thinks under no circumstances could he be going, right? And that's the assumption part. And more times than not, he'd probably be right. Okay, there's no thinking at all. Like, what, he's going? And by that time, it's too late.
Another 0-2. And Clement hits it through the left side on the ground, a base hit. Vladdy getting the wave. Here comes the throw from Bellinger. It bounces in late. He's safe. Up to 3rd goes Varsho. Into 2nd, Clement. 4-1 Blue Jays with 2 more in scoring position.
That was a really aggressive send from Carlos Fabulous. Cody Bellinger doesn't have a bad arm out there. He actually made a very good throw, really accurate to Austin Wells at home plate. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hustling around 3rd, dove in to home plate by about a half a step. What an aggressive play and what a smart play. The Blue Jays are running the bases really, really well right now.
2nd and 3rd, 1 out, and we can see action in the Yankee bullpen in right center. This is their season, so I don't think they're going to sit around and watch this much longer if the Blue Jays keep getting to Rodon.
Damn, what the fuck? I literally looked down and it's now 4. Well, I guess it's... Yeah, never mind. I know why. Yeah, we were getting bent over again in the first half of this game, but don't you worry. We came back.
And it's Aaron Boone going to the bullpen with 1 out in the 3rd. It's gone from oh Canada to oh boy to oh no. New York looking like they're sitting on thin ice as these Blue Jays have kept on trucking. 6-1 in game 3 as they look for the sweep. Menace, who's hit by a pitch his first shot.
So we're going to hit to the right side.
That's a easy.
Right there, second top.
Okay.
Goes over the legs. And that'll do it.
Got me a little scared there. I can't even lie. Got me a little scared there.
Judge and Bellinger to follow.
What a fucking hit there, boy. Phew. I likes that. I likes that a lot.
A leadoff hitter on base, which does not happen a lot. Only third time in the series, Yankees have gotten a leadoff man.
That's a fucking beaut. That gets the Johnson a little bit rock.
This crowd wants a loud noise right now. Judge rips one down the left field line, and
Oh my days. Aaron Judge went crazy this game. This is what I like. Aaron, I want to see this next game too. I would get hyped, but you didn't perform last game and you didn't perform game 1. If you perform like this next game, I'm going to really give you your flowers. I'm going to give you Hall of Fame glaze. But until then, that's a good hit. This is what I expect from you because you're a great in-season player. Be a playoff player.
I'm a big believer in the more opportunities that Aaron Judge gets, the less the narrative will be talked about in the postseason. Yes, it's been hyper-focused on him, but he's swinging the bat pretty good in the regular season, and you know the numbers will average out in the postseason. Cody Bellinger, who's been their best run producer this postseason, on an 0-1, slots one into left center field.
Bang! That's what I like saying. That's 3. Okay, or not, Aaron. You don't have to run. It's all right. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. All right, let's skip into this bitch a little bit, though. Let's go, like, right here.
The guy they call Bam Bam Marger.
Bam Bam Marger. Let's do it. Fuck it. Now that is a certified pitcher right there. This is a no. Go like right here. I'm not about to watch this whole game. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, hold on. We did watch this game. I just want to get to the final score. I want. Go get your guys a new sofa. Another ad. Fucking A. Alright, no. You see that score right there? Aldo got it. Blue Jays Glazer. Yankees Glazer. You feel me? Hater. I know you're the biggest Yankee hater. You can't hate on that score, though, buddy. Yankees are coming back. Guaranteed lock, brother. Next game, tied up series. Respectfully, bro. Respectfully, bro. Respectfully, bro. I'm telling you. That's literally how it's going to go. That's exactly how it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? The Yankees, we might not be the best team. We're better than your team, though. We're better than your team. We're better than your team. We're better than your team. That's a guaranteed lock. That's a guaranteed lock. You feel me? Guaranteed lock. But yeah, that's probably gonna be the stream for today. For the first part, I don't know what time we're playing. I know we are playing though today for sure. I just don't know what time. I'm about to go to the gym right now. I'm about to come home and I'm gonna hit those boys and see what the word is. So maybe like around like 3 type shit where we're gonna be. Got a fucking cucumber in my tea. Why did no one in the chat want to remind me of that? Yeah, I got it. Huh? I got it. I got it. I got a mirror. Thank God I got the mirror right there. But I'm saying W stream. I love y'all boys. God first consistency until tomorrow. Well, face cam probably tomorrow. Face cam for sure tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna do face cam tonight, but face cam for sure tomorrow. I'm gonna love y'all. I love y'all boys. God first consistency. I'm gonna catch y'all boys later. No face cam, but face cam tomorrow for sure. Safety.